Jenny and Adam. They are very, very special guests for today. We are honored to have them here. I know Adnan from my daughter when she was playing with the Pegasus theater, I think, and she came home and she told me that I have read my grandfather's poem. And I said, grandfather, your grandfather don't write poems. He said, indeed, my grandfather writes poems, and I have presented today in my play, and that is Adnan. And I'm very much feeling very emotional and honored to see Adnan. Please come and read your poems, and Adam is going to translate.
Iraq by my grandfather Adnan Al-Sayegh. Iraq disappears with every step it exhales, takes and contracts whenever a window's left half shut, and trembles wherever shadows cross its path. Maybe some gun muzzle was eyeing me up and alley. The Iraq that's gone. Half his history was calm and song, his other half evil and wrong.
Adam, I will in Arabic. العراق الذي يبتعد كلما اتسعت في المنافي خطاه، والعراق الذي يبتعد كلما انفتحت نصف نافذة قلت والعراق الذي يبتعد كلما مر ظل تخيلت فوهة تترصدني أو متراه، والعراق الذي يفتقد نصف تاريخه أغاني وكحل ونصف طغاة. Thank you.
Wow.
Well, it's wonderful to be reading here with Adnan and Adam, his first public reading, I think. We did in 2020. We read some poems, and Lizzie Dunn interpreted them. It was and Bruno and lots of other people played music as we were reading, and it was such a magical and wonderful moment for us. I'm just going to read one poem which comes from a pamphlet called Now as Then, Mesopotamia, Iraq, which was the first result of a project that Adnan and I did together called Writing Mesopotamia, which was to collaborate with dancers and musicians and artists and other poets and theatre directors like Yasmin Sidwa, who we did the Journeys to Freedom, which created the 1002nd Arabian Night story, which was the story of Adnan fighting in the Iran-Iraq war and fleeing with his family out of Iraq and going into exile. So we've read these poems sometimes at the Ashmolean Museum, and I know Jude Barrett's here today, which is lovely. And this poem of mine is very short. It's called Song for Inanna Ishtar, and it's actually inspired by a tiny little, I don't know if you can see, a little head of Inanna Ishtar, which is at the Ashmolean. I'll put my glasses on. Song for Inanna Ishtar. Your eyes, the twin rivers, Tigris and Euphrates, two great flocks winding through the night, mirrored by star fields. Capriciously you dispose of your lovers, the gardener, the water carrier, the leopard-headed king. You indulged him a full year until he was led uncomplaining to the edge of the furrow. Your breath smells of hooves and spit. Your body emits the shimmer of bulls. The grain of your groin is horned and cloven. When you open your legs, your vastness swallows us whole.
أغنية إلى إنانا أشتاق، ترجمة دكتور بندورة وعدنان الصائغ. عيناك النهران التوأم دجلة والفرات هما سربان عظيمان يلتفان خلال الليل يعكسهما حقل النجوم بنزوة تركبين عشاقك البستانية والسقاء والملك الذي له رأس في بهت يمسه بالملذات لعام كامل حتى تربى اقتياده إلى عافة الخدود دون أن يشكو. لأنفاسك رائحة حوافر وساق، جسدك ينفث وميض الثيران، وملتقى فخذيك مصدر للطاقة والإغواء. وعندما تفتحين ساقيك فإن اتساعك يزدادنا جميعا. مقاطع من نشيد أوروك. لماذا تركت بلادك؟ كانت لك الرطب الخمر والجنة البابلية. لم أترك الأرض من بطر أيها اللائمون بمقر شتاتي، ولكنه الجمر لا يصطدي غير قابضه. سأرضى بما قسم الله لي في المنافس والذل، أطوي الدروب بأمعاء فارغة وذهول كأني خرجت من السجن توا. أعض الحياة بأسنان روحي وأصعد مزدهيا بنشيدي وخدش وجه السماء بتمطرني. كل أرض ستعشب فيها الأغاني بلادي. أرض أبدل أرضا بأرض، وكيف سأخفو هذه الوسادة ليست ذراعيك هذه. صرخت بهم البلاد على ظهر حوت فلا توقدوا قدر الحرب، لكنهم سخروا ظنوني فما جت بهم قبل أن يلحقوا بالمراكب.
Why did you leave your country? The dates were yours, the wine and the Babylonian heaven. It wasn't that I was ungrateful, oh you that lay blame while lounging in cafes of exile, but embers burn whoever touches them. I shall accept whatever God chooses for me in exile, except humiliation. I cross the streets empty inside, bewildered, like I just left prison. I bite on life with the teeth of my being and rise up proud with my anthem. I scratch the sky to make it rain on me. Wherever songs flourish will be my home. If I exchange one lounge for another, how shall I sleep when this pillow is not your arms? This is. And I warn them, this country's not dry land, but the back of a whale. Don't stoke war on it with your smouldering fires. They laughed in my face and were shrugged off into the sea, out of reach of their ships.
your poetry, sentiments, ideas. Beautiful. Thank you. We have